Go to TwoGirlsandABottleofWine@gmail.com. Just put in the subject line, ask us anything. And we can be anonymous, which is what we're doing this week.
Oh, joy.
So this listener put, I'm wondering if you can help me. Being recently single is like opening the floodgates for the vultures. Some are not vultures, and some are interesting. I could fancy these men, but too many are trolls. And I'm sure we've all experienced them.
He is so freaking cute.
All right.
I love this cat. Okay.
I know you're not all single, but you're gorgeous ladies who have been single at one time or another. You can tell me some of those things that have made or make you toss fellas into the NOPE pile, the nope pile, or the never pile. Like for me, only contacting me via text, bringing up sexy time very explicitly without knowing me, never calling it a date, telling me all about him, but never asking about me, assuming a date means sex, etc. So, our listener is asking for some advice when it comes to being single, and how do you differentiate between the losers and the winners, is basically what this says.
Oh, good Lord, that list is so freaking long.
I know. Okay, so
you
go, girl.
Okay, so one of the things is in my book, jealousy.
But a small amount of jealousy is good.
A small amount of jealousy is good as far as being protective of your woman and so
Have you ever been with anyone that was not jealous at all? And you're kind of like, well, it kind of makes you feel like, well, shouldn't you be a little jealous?
Yes.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I'm not wanting the jealous, raging person, but
no.
I've been with those guys where it's kind of like, do you even care?
Yep.
I need you to show a little bit of concern.
Yeah, and their comment was, well, I'm proud of who I'm with. Well, there's a point of which being proud of who you're with and some dude drooling down your chick's blouse is a whole nother story.
That's messy.
Yeah, so... but on the other hand, there was the point at which where, let me use this for example. People who have been on my page.
Your Facebook page?
Yes. No, that I am back into modeling, and yes, they are boudoir, and yes, they are
sexy time with T-Square. You're going to get a lot of Facebook requests now all of a sudden.
I've been a lot lately, which is kind of weird, but anyway, but the thing is that yes, some of them are racy, some of them are not, and the most recent one I put on, I felt was racy. Even though it wasn't
classless. It wasn't skanky.
It wasn't showing anything actually.
Beautiful. But that look in your eye,
right? Which was why I say racy, and I was not sure about how to put it on there. However, a lot of people asked me. They were like, "Can you please, add something else?" And sorry, my eye is twitching. Anyway, so a lot of people were like, asking me to put something new up. So I threw that one on there just out of curiosity.
I liked it.
Well, thank you.
Beautiful.
But a lot of men would find that they would be
intimidated,
very jealous of the fact that I would put that up, maybe by the comments men made. And what's funny is
men that make those comments are not classy.
But actually, if you read the comments that were put on my page,
were they good?
They were not necessarily rude,
but there are those men that will cross that line, and those are in the nope pile. NOPE pile.
Exactly. And the thing is that when you're out in public and you're together, if you look a certain way and you get mad because some dude even looked your direction, like somebody I was married to prior, not immediately prior, but prior. Sorry, people, but I've been married twice. Sorry.
Don't apologize.
Anyway, so my first husband, who would want me to dress up really nice, would get super pissed off if a dude would look at me when I was wearing clothes, when I was
silly.
wearing like something, hot.
See, that's where they should be proud.
And he would, we'd go home and it'd be this big fight of, did you like it when that guy looked at you? Did you like it? It's like after a while, I pulled my head back out of my butt and turned around and said,
"Peace out."
Well, yeah, I did. So what's your problem? The point was that if you expect me to look a certain way, don't get pissed if somebody else likes it.
Right.
You
now
should
be thankful that you're going on with him.
Yeah.
And not paying attention to those eyes that are undressing you.
Right. And like you said, when they cross the line of coming up and hitting on you, then it's crossing the line.
Yes.
Yes.
So my big note pile, even though it's been 5 years since I've been single, has to be, in this day and age, with smartphones, with technology, men seem to want to jump to that intimate interaction.
Pic. Let's just say it, dick pic.
Well, okay. But other things beyond that. But take it slow, guys. If it's meant to be, and if you don't want it to be slow, then, jump in head first, send the raunchy pics, and if the girl's into it, she's into it. If she's not, then you're going to be in the no pile faster than nobody's business. Which sounds like our listener is that girl. If you want a good girl that's going to stick around for a while, take it slow. I'm not saying year. Don't take a year. Take it slow.
But have an intelligent conversation with the person, too.
Yes.
Find out what they're like.
I want a picture of your boobs. # blocked.
Right.
That's my advice to our listeners.
So, yeah, just have an intelligent conversation with somebody at some point. That would be great. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Did you ever see the movie Office Space?
I did, but it's been so long. I remember the red stapler.
Okay. Oh, yeah. That's one of the funniest parts of the movie. But the boss always said that would be great. Yeah. Toby and I were talking about that earlier today. Was that we were talking about Office Space, and that just brought that up, and it's funny. That would be great.
That would be great. So we're pretty happy women. You're really happy these days.
I am.
Thank you, Toby.
Super.
And I found.
Thank you, Toby.
Your sick voice made that sound dirty. I think you.
No, I meant it to be dirty.
So I found 7 habits of happy women outside of Toby's.
Okay.
All right.
Oh,
are you ready?
Crap. Okay.
Happy women find me time. No matter what their crazy life sends their way, they find time to just do Teresa or do Janet. Just find time to do Janet.
Right.
Not in a dirty way.
I was just going to say the way you said that.
Just be me. I just want to, for me, it's catching up on the
I love
DVR.
doing me. It's good. We're happy there.
The wine is affecting us.
No, I know what she means. It's like self-time.
Yes. The next thing, happy women have a creative outlet. What's your creative outlet? It's been pretty busy. Yes.
Oh, good Lord. My creative outlet is pretty much everything. Oh, and one of my creative outlets is Max Explosion.
Who is Max Explosion?
Max Explosion is one of my bands. One of my national acts, I might add.
Can I put some of their music on our podcast?
Yes, you can now.
Do you have that in writing?
I will have that in writing for you. Actually, I can. I'm their PR manager, so they don't have a choice.
All right.
So anyway, Max Explosion, Dirty Angels is the new name of their CD. You open it up. There's Chris McCarville with the most perfect hair on this earth.
Who does he remind me of?
That's the one.
Carrie Russell. Remember when she was in that?
Yeah. Sorry.
Don't listen, dude.
Sorry, Chris.
Sorry.
So sorry.
I am such a chick.
But Chris, your hair is perfect.
It is perfect.
You can't even let the wind blow and your hair doesn't get screwed up. It's just messed up. But that's who does our website. That's also who created our...
So he has a brain and hair.
Oh, he's amazing. And he's sexy as all get up, people.
And this is your creative outlet, is this rock music.
Yeah, Max Explosion. They have a new CD, Dirty Angels. Also, Kickin' Valentina has a new CD out. They're just now releasing it. So look online. You'll be able to find it. Kickin', or Kickin, Valentina.com. And they will have theirs. It should be online, if not now, within the next week.
And you are giving me this CD.
Yes, I am.
It is Max Explosion CD.
Yeah.
I'm going to listen to it. I'll probably rip it onto my computer.
And Crazy Hot is my favorite song off there. And their rendition of Dreamweaver,
which is number 10. 3 is Crazy Hot and 10 is Dreamweaver.
And just so you all know, this is not heavy metal. This is melodic rock, which is a lot different than, typically you all hear me talk about. But Max Explosion is one of my top bands, and they are, they're amazing. Melodic rock is coming back, and they are the old House of Lords for anybody who's listening. They are the band of House of Lords, and they're amazing. They're just awesome. Chris McCarville's lead singer, Jimmy Bell, and BJ Zampa on drums. Jimmy Bell is on lead guitar, and they're awesome.
Awesome. So once I get when I get it onto my computer, is that okay with you?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Can we give this away to a listener?
Oh yeah, let's do it.
Okay, so
let's do it.
If you're listening, I want you to send us an email at TwoGirlsandABottleofWine@gmail.com, and I want you to share what your creative outlet is.
Yep.
To make you a happy man or woman. And I will mail you Max Explosion's CD. What do you think, T Squared?
It's got to be good. It's got to be good. And it's got to be creative.
I just threw you another curveball.
Make it happen.
Is that okay?
And I have 2 we can give away.
Oh.
So let's go with whoever's the most creative, and let's hear what you have to say.
There we go. Another thing that happy women do, they learn from their mistakes. And I will tell you, I am a mistake maker. Constantly.
We all are, honey.
Instead of beating ourselves up over every single thing we ever did wrong and feel bitter about, learn from our mistakes. It helps us raise our self-esteem and advance our personal growth. I think women are the hardest when it comes to that. And maybe it's because men have always been like the I guess, I don't know how to phrase this, the gender that exceeds and does well and does better. And we've kind of been a couple steps back.
Well,
you're looking at me like, what are you talking about?
No.
In the big picture of society.
No, I think you're right. But I also think that we as women, we have a tendency to put everybody else before ourselves.
Right.
So I don't think it necessarily has to do always with men. I think it has to do with our children, has to do with everything. I think that we have a tendency to focus on everybody else. I think it's in our genes. I think it's who we are. I don't think we stop and turn around and look at ourselves and go, I appreciate you.
I rock.
Yeah. Absolutely. So I think that's really important, that we have to stop and make sure we're okay. So, yeah.
Another thing that happy women do is we practice gratitude.
Absolutely.
And I think that we should all just stop and write down 3 things that make you feel grateful. Nothing too small. It can be like, I have moments where I'm like, I am so thankful for my straightening iron for my hair because I have naturally wavy hair and I like having straight hair. T-Squared and I have similar hair. I just don't wear mine curly.
I have a mop. That's the way it works.
You don't. You have beautiful hair. And then happy women also engage in sports. Now, I am not going to go hit balls at a batting cage. I'm not going to go play tennis, but you don't have to be a jock. Simply engage in something that is physical activity.
Right.
What's your favorite thing to do when it comes to physical activity?
Oh gosh, I have all kinds of silly things that I do. They're not like sports. I do like walking.